Hey everyone, it's Tim again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a reading of a short story, just a little snippet from the Green Anthology from 2021 from ARIA, the Association of Rhode Island Authors. The premise of this anthology was all the short stories and poems inside had to have something green about them, related to something green in, whether it was spirit, physical nature. There's a lot of neat stories in here, and mine's called The Green Relic, and it is tied into the Liam Tryggvison story. So I want to read a couple pages to you from a neat little scene that I enjoyed writing. Liam and his friends have gone up to a cave where they think that there might be something up there that might be tied into his heritage and some lineage of a piece of equipment and weaponry that he is interested in acquiring. So I'm going to read just 3 pages to you real quick. And if you like it, consider checking out the book. I'll have some details in the description below that will tell you where you can find it. So enjoy. On belay? Belay on, Lorenzo replied. Repelling, Liam stated. Leaning back, he smoothly walked himself down the vertical face into the unknown. Panning side to side, he let the light from his helmet play across the features around him. While a hiker by nature, he was no stranger to cave exploration. The darkness and rock closing in around him didn't bother him that much anymore. What did scare him was what may lie just beyond the darkness. He had learned firsthand that monsters really did exist. As he continued to descend, he could hear the calming trickles and gurgles of their destination somewhere down below. Looking down, he frowned. His light failed to penetrate the darkness and robbed him of the chance to spot the elusive underground river. Looking around and not seeing anything of concern, he let the gear take his weight and stood on a rocky outcropping to rest. Katerina! Liam? She called back. You good? Yep, he replied. I think I'm about halfway to the bottom. You might as well begin your descent. On my way. A moment later, he could see the rope next to him begin to flap about, slapping the rock and waving out in the distance. Preceded by a gentle shower of fine sand and pebbles, he heard hot rope rushing through a belay device, followed by the whooping of someone having far too much fun. Woo! Katerina yelped as she brought herself to a hard stop adjacent to Liam. Whoa, that was a nice drop. Heh, I'm glad you had fun, Liam deadpanned. As long as you didn't rip that stalagmite out of the floor up there, you should be fine. Lorenzo was probably going nuts checking over the knots to see if you jostled anything loose. Descending together, it only took another minute of relatively slow travel to get their boots wet. Katerina, trying to beat Liam in a very one-sided race to the bottom, splashed down first and victoriously announced it to her rappelling partner. From their vantage point, they couldn't see much of anything. The walls of the cave rose vertically from the water and disappeared into the inky black above. The river was no more than 10 feet wide where they stood, and from what he could tell, fluctuated between 5 to 15 feet as far as his light would travel in either direction. Looking down into the clear yet turbulent water yielded no additional information. Motioning to Kat, the two pulled up their ropes until they were just out of the water. They weren't wearing waterproof gear and had nothing to gain by slowly catching hypothermia in the bowels of the earth. Gripping the two-way clipped to the shoulder strap of his harness, he radioed back to the 2 men waiting above. Hey guys, we're at the bottom, Liam spoke into the mic. Good thing, too, because we didn't have much line left on the ropes. Over. What do you see? Alex replied. Anything neat? Over. Unfortunately, no, Liam said. Would you run back and grab the scuba gear? At least one of us should go under and poke around. We're above a fairly shallow section, but it looks to drop down deeper on the other side. Over. Roger. Give us a few minutes and we'll be down to join you. Over. Acknowledged. Over. Clipping the radio onto its strap, Liam pushed off from the rock and allowed himself to swing back and forth across the chasm. Looking down at the water, he shined the light from side to side, trying to see if anything was visible through the frigid water. Not seeing anything of interest, he looked back up at Katerina and froze. Crawling along the rock wall just behind her was a dark green water dragon. Cat, drop now! So, I hope you like that little snippet there. I highly recommend, if you think that sounds like something you'd be interested in reading, checking out this whole anthology. My short story is in there with a bunch of others, and it's all authors who are local to the Rhode Island surrounding areas. Again, I'm in Central Mass, but I'm friends with all these guys and ladies down here, and we all attend meetings and write together and bounce ideas off each other, and it's a great little group. So yeah, check out ARIA. I'll have membership information down below if it's something that you are in the area and you think you'd want to do. And if you're not and you just want to read it, I also, highly appreciate if you want to go check out the rest of the book. So thanks again for sticking along, and hope you had fun, and I'll talk to you later. All right, thanks. Bye.